All right then. I am grateful. Mine.
Almost time for the announcement.
What is it? Amazing.
Yeah. You're a big help.
Next up is... Oh, right!
No.
Exactly. You did it!
Now then.
Open-minded.
Tolerance.
We've cured racism in ourselves.
Why, that's...
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The announcement is soon.
No.
Tomorrow's the day.
Say there.
All right then. What now?
Maybe there's a more like aggressive horse eventually.
All right then.
No supporters today.
Did you know?
Stalls is ran by who?
All right then. Let's have that right
Mustari?
away.
Rare thing with the vitality?
Whatever should I do?
Or this guy?
You there. Bye-bye now.
Isn't this?
What would the gods do?
It's quite... How to handle this. How to handle this.
Welcome. Actually,
Well, I guess we got up another one of our virtues, or try to. Courage, I mean eloquence, seems like one I'm gonna have to like force. The imagination, we've already gotten started with it. We have like gifts, benevolent bread.
What now?
What does the food even do? Yeah, 400 HP in barn. They're pretty juicy. We should probably work on nailing one of these at a time. Imagination. I feel like courage is just gonna kind of happen. The quest.
All right then.
I guess we could try to like max them.
Come to think of it. Stop that at once.
This fairy guy's like imagination. Yeah, we could go talk to. I mean, we paid that one lady. We can go talk to her. Eloquence, see what happens.
What
How much
now?
we get for it?
All right
It
then.
was near Sunshine Road.
Let's go.
Damn, I've already been gone for 12 hours. What the hell? One of those games, man.
Hey, listen.
Excuse me.
You have to pay every time you do this.
Appreciate it. Gonna be tough. Happy to hear that.
I don't know about.
Igniters, experiment subjects. Jesus.
Take care.
All right.
Two look nothing.
Well then. All right then. Let's head there right away.
Okay, so you can do different shit at night. Although I feel like getting that 400 every time would be pretty good.
What am I gonna do? Now, how did I wind up here?
Oh, I go talk to her. What the fuck?
All right then.
Fucked it up.
Well, I'll not loiter in the
Just
storm.
Now then.
Walk it, but don't be seen in her place. Opie.
But
What?
But hopeless. It's over.
Hmm?
In those days, it's a living hell.
Really?
Just a fantasy.
No.
Why? Listen. Don't ever forget that. Therefore,
Getting mag that time, man. Did I save? I'm actually curious what she says about the other stuff. Yeah. Merchant getting the double whammy, dude.
even then, you there.
Honestly,
I hated it. I'm off.
You don't want to be nice to her, dude. He doesn't like nice people.
Disaster was averted.
I'm gonna reload. I want to see the other options, man. I don't know how far back that is. He's interesting enough. It's kind of cool to see like the people who like the harder answers. P3 had a lot of that where you're like P3 you have to act like an absolute sociopath, saying crazy shit, just whatever anybody wants to hear, right? Which is kind of cool. It's interesting. Instead of just like, you know, being your own kind of guy. Oh, did not save it. It auto saves after this. Then.
Now, how did I wind up here?
I need to save more. Worked out because of the auto, I guess. You want secrets? I just figure with her like hiding the dog thing, she's a little bit more soft than she shows. Under kind of shit. Still touch, but
Just
really wants you to act hard
Now
with
then.
her. Well, clearly she cares about it.
hold on.
intriguing.
Okay, you don't want to be a super asshole. I think he just wants you to fall in line.
It's over.
Hmm?
It's a living hell.
Really?
Just a fantasy.
Sure.
Yes. No pain can stop me now.
Okay, not too different really. The first one, I guess you need to just
Even then,
play it neutral.
you there.
Those are my true motives.
I'm off.
Didn't she want that dude to put a wrench in the fucking country because she hates the igniter shit and all that?
It would seem that disaster.
Interesting.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
The whole kingdom's here. 5 people.
Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
Oh, okay.
So it really is His Majesty. And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision
Gotta be something
shall
spicier
be
than that.
our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folks supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassination.
No normal person could ever become any of this. If our dude or the prince becomes king, it's only because they're set up by like divine, like hero powers to even get close. These guys are already the upper crust, exactly. It's still fucked. It's supposed to be like anybody could be, anyone could do it. It's not really like anyone, man. Like it, I mean, obviously the way society already is gonna just make that not ever happen. But don't worry, man. The story will bend over backwards for Joe Schmo, Boss mode, ripping out his heart or whatever.
Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
Like Louis?
But hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
But not really.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
Go to send in fucking cursed. Choose an image.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden,
That's the only funny scene, man. That unironically funny. The other ones are super funny. They're fucked.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
But he's already doing it.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her.
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Righto.
Where?
Righto.
You're kidding.
Read
All right.
the grave.
Whatever.
Hey!
There's no sunshade or oh, there's so many people. Oh, dude, I'm floating on a sword. Might be something a little special going on here.
Stop that at once!
This is all right.
Hey, mister!
I hope this kid eats shit by the end of this.
Hey, listen.
Hello there. What is it?
Hey, listen.
Sorry, but... Hey!
Let's hope not.
I'm out of ideas.
All right then.
And we're not getting any new, this bullshit.
Uh-huh.
No.
Before we lock the next dungeon.
Hello there.
Maria.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray. And he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know... Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Nice. She's grieving, man. Let her. She dresses herself, man. She sewed it herself. It's avant-garde. I mean, look at Stroll's shoulder pads, right? It's way worse. Look at Hulkenberg's Hank Hill ass, man. Way worse. Jesus, man. Look, man. She's a trendsetter. People love her. The fucking people at the ghetto bar love her, man.
Mum was sick.
It ain't right.
And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave?
Damn it, Maria. No, the trend of, dude, her colors match her headband. Look at that.
Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Dude, but that's the comfiest road.
Listen to me, all right?
Maybe she's comfy, Mac.
Your father,
plenty of room for the
was fighting
wings.
a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood.
Yeah, but you gotta get the people to, like, agree. If the people are fucking nasty fucks, it's not so easy, man. Not everybody actually wants to be equal, fun-loving people, even if it's better for them in the long run. Some people are shit. Or wouldn't give an inch.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended
The
through words
king,
alone.
not the brightest. Unless he is specifically picking this guy out and giving him superpowers.
Even so, we have to try.
These are pretty shit. Something has to be done. Can't just be natural. Just route itself out.
Maria!
get one at any time soon.
Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
Daughter
Like she's worked
acquired.
things out.
I mean, who else is gonna take care of her unless she's gonna be a fucking party member?
She's a strong girl.
I don't think we've had a kid party member since Ken, and that might have been it. I think it's an interesting thing to have a kid party member. It's a different kind of story you can dig into. They have a different kind of naiveness or rawness.
But we've more troubles ahead.
I don't see that.
How now do we
They killed the
resolve
old
this
man.
curse
They're
upon
not
his
gonna.
house?
They're not gonna have like a super young party member.
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Look in the duel.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here.
Fucking
I
strong.
always end up calling
Oh, sorry, did I wake you up?
the prince.
Just like purposely. Then he's got a whole spiel. He's just purposely waking the lights on still. Come on, you could just say what you want to say, man. You don't gotta play. You don't gotta play games, Stroll.
Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that. Are you awake? I'm not awake enough for this.
Let's think about it together.
I'll sleep on your bed.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book.
No kiss.
Is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
I don't think I dislike any of the characters so far, though. I don't know if I'd keep them on stat-wise and shit. I've got like a strength passive guy working the mages thing, and then the knight's not that great. We'll see who we get.
Wanna read it?
If you don't mind, since we finally some room to breathe.
Like we keep getting one more page.
Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us.
Yeah. Team sports, baby.
Besides...
Oh, he means literally the different beast tribes, I guess.
Tribal squabbles aren't always political.
was gonna say, just because the people decided doesn't sadly necessarily mean it's maybe the best decision of mass manipulation or lack of options or stuff like education or availability of information or like propaganda, stuff like that. The problem.
Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us
So this is the master race, the horn guys. I mean, I guess it would be the Luis is one of them.
A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse.
Yeah, there very well could be another way. Because you're gonna have to duel him. He's gonna kick your ass until endgame.
Sleep should come easier now.
I like the idea of digging into, I mean, even if it's lukewarm, like governance and political bullshit. Something different you can dig into out of like your Persona type games.
Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Over the course of like a society or something. I don't know if they'll dig in very hard or if they'll just mention it, which is more than like a lot of stuff would do, right? Unless you're something like Disco Elysium someone you go like fucking giga hard.
Ladies and gents,
I don't think we'll be getting that level of like writing. But I don't think that's what they're going for.
To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne.
Oh, of course, the tournament, the duel.
Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials.
Something a little different.
First, we have the exhibition of the brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch or in it to win?
Gab.
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy, and the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now.
Of course.
An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
Yeah, but he probably wants to solidify that. Are you kidding me?
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. Ah, what are we supposed to do?
Of course, we have to enter it.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
Time to join him.
I see. An undercover
Yeah,
operation.
undercover. When we ran to the fucking assassin's court and we beat up the necromancer and all that, it's like nobody just, you know, like ring a dang, Luis. Like, hey man, there's some really distinct people here bullshitting, but it's gonna be undercover, dude. Come
Just
on,
hold
man.
on a second.
This is like Ryuji yelling that they're the fucking thieves out loud type of shit.
Actually risking their life here.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
If it's for Maria's sake.
I see.
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Wow. Who would have thought this would happen?
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes.
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure
I'm working to be a heroic king here. I gotta say things that sound epic, even if I don't care about it. That sounds awesome.
I'll be cheering for you.
I'm gonna be a public speaker. I leveled up my eloquence. Oh no, wait, no, I didn't. I'm still a fucking idiot or whatever.
Feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
I'll never actually succeed.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
I'll never win. I'm very confident.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Precious.
Now, we'd best get registration.
How about a free S-Link level
for the journey.
for the
It's
road?
mostly lawless
Yeah.
wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
Which already eliminates like 90% of people.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
I like the spin they do. They don't want to make like an animation for them turning, but they're like, wheep. There's like kinda one, but kinda not.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now
That's
that I
about
think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
She says out loud.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
But then you still have to get to the other place.
Can find us a carriage.
Yeah, they are guaranteeing you have to have a carriage. Yeah, the pancake shit. It'd be funny if there was a slip like that.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Well, I just did one bounty. And there's gotta be even juicier bounty.
They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle.
Yeah, catch you got.
Looks like everyone else had the
Multiverse.
same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
Oh, yeah, it's been good.
Bigger is probably better.
I think only the fairies when I gotta get used to. The main character sounds a little dweeby, a little goofy, a little porny. He's a little too like happy, like almost like he's inhuman kind of like thing. But he's not like bad. Not into it as much. MC doesn't say that much, and I'm used to the fairy. Yeah, Alice usually is good. That's why I left it on English, and I feel like a fantasy setting generally is a bit more of like a Western origins, English, shit like that. Yeah.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
Are you not here for this tournament then? It's slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa. You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play
Boorish, yeah, man. Yeah, so is Hulkenberg, though. This guy might have even longer years.
Stuck up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
So we're gonna show up and be like, who fucking cares about a big monster? I took down this serial kidnapper.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please.
Shouldn't everybody be able to take the same bounties? What do they have to call dibs, man? I mean, you think they'd want this guy fucking dead. Hoopla.
Your pardon.
He's got some pretty juicy ears, too.
A guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
My bounty? Probably worth, like, negative money. Because you have to pay the resources to even collect it, travel. The bounty's that low. It's pure sport.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it.
We'll do it because we should.
A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect
You
his own,
can't protect
whether by
his own.
strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Ah, thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all. And thank God for bringing you to me.
Thank God for bringing it to me.
In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
True still.
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
I don't think so.
What in the blade?
Demo man got it.
No, thank you.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? King should be old and wise.
Hey!
Let's focus.
100,000 bucks. And a lot of credit.
Let's call it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did.
No registration issues, I trust?
There's not as much old English, like, maybe you gotta play like Final Fantasy Tactics with lines for that level.
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
There's a bit, but
Fine work.
Stroll.
oh,
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about.
not even
Don't
told.
worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements.
Are we gonna be sleeping inside of like a donkey's asshole or
How
something?
best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
No, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for
Sure, it's
yourself.
got a lot of character.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight. Let's rest.
I don't want to rest. I want to fucking cook.
Well met, eh?
Hey! Yeah.
Fancy a bit of... Want in on this?
Now then.
Hello.
Don't push yourself too much.
What?
And their social links? Yeah. Oh. There's even personality trait.
Good night.
And a calendar.
Can I come in?
Nope. I've been told the calendar's not too tight, but who knows?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said, and that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Curative coney roast. Wait, that sounds
I
good.
never got a chance to say this to Papa.
Coney.
So,
Coney a fucking rabbit?
thank you.
Could have sworn Lord of the Rings he called it a brace of conies, man. This was the old guy's kid, but he's dead.
Captain, may I have a moment?
It's a breed of rabbits. It was like a fantasy rabbit only.
Right.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
I just want to sleep, Hulkenberg.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily
Yeah,
cast aside.
the brace of counties, and he's holding the counties.
But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you
And
recall?
fucking all of them just starts eating on it, doing on it.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stunned them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Everybody loves this book. I like it. It's a good book.
So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate.
That is fiction. That shit ain't real.
No. As
Maybe
a knight,
that's
it's
the
not my
point,
place
though.
to say.
True fiction, man.
I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Are we just gonna assume that our guy's gonna become king anyways, even if the prince comes back? He's just gonna like, give it to him or something? Croak as a celebrity? New party member? What in the... Yeah, our eyes are too big. That creep with this like fucking little rabbit. So loud. And she says, vote for the priest. Okay, goodness. Interesting. No musical segments now. Feel like an alien, man. Time for her to be a huge bit.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies
Funny if she was the kidnapper.
one and all to the inauguration of the tournament for the throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can
Get up
complete
on the
3
Hydra
grueling
back.
challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
Nope. Oh, okay.
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race?
Sanctus gets a bunch of people to do his
It's not
job.
over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right.
He'll
For
do his
those
own
Count
deal.
Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
His cronies.
So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's
Sick
get on with
speech,
the
bro.
introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's
Is anybody
Roger
gonna
Ward.
fight in
By
their
war,
own
by
tournament?
conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena
What
Caden.
in the...
Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea.
Yippee.
Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Villa Mauricio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
There's nobody else participating?
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
Throw some tomatoes at him. Couple cabbages.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your
Who the fucking Eggman?
A land runner?
It's quick! Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash!
Whoa!
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? This guy's basement. Fucking shit.
What the heck is that?
Straight in here.
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chum?
Jesus, God.
Don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster.
At least we got something fancy. I guess you'd figure that Hulkenberg would have at least some connections.
Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin.
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
I can't stop it. Hit the brake.
Just a sec.
Can you hear me?
This guy with the full connection fucking mustache, man. Jesus.
Let's see.
Let us hurry.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. Hold on.
I wanna go back, bros.
Wow!
Oh.
Spectacular!
Cinch those britches, chops.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad?
Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy.
Sport.
What I want is a little gusto.
Best.
What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
He's in it for the speed, man. The thrills, the chills.
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
Get Talia out, yeah.
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage?
What do you mean, like having animal ears or some shit? Yeah, I mean, people are too afraid for like beastmen anymore. I mean, who knows? Maybe this one is gonna play into it a bit. Where, wow, they're really not so different after all. I guess racism's stupid. It's like such minor shit or something. Or maybe they're descendant of humans or something. But in the grand scheme of things, yeah. Fantasy races that are just normal humans with ears is like the worst.
Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
Pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and
At least this guy's got a
else.
6 stat.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God.
Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
He just wants speed.
Yes.
He's been using the taxpayers' money for speed.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile!
Oh.
A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the value runner alone.
Look, this runner... Tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard? So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
Undercover bullshit.
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith.
Jesus.
Brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
Yeah, that mustache is Giga Chad. Uncompromising stash.
I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
It just looks like hair, like normal hair, like not beard hair or, you know, facial hair.
I think we can count on him. If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
Huh? What? Where am I?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster.
Yeah, my guy's just spacing out.
Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of
Thinking
any other
about Hank
aspirant.
Hill.
Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been on for a while. Maybe I should get off. Fucking headache, man. Oh
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Shower scene. Bonding moment.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no fairy picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Hey man, he's better than you. Fuck your fucking mouth.
Oh, yeah?
Cool.
Let's see here.
It's a campground.
Let's see. Let's see.
So what's his ass had like an actual airship version, it looked like.
See.
This one's an actual like runner.
Which one?
I mean, I like the idea of having like a speed run thing instead. Like an airship. I don't know quite how it works. If you like aren't personally like driving it, right?
So?
Because wouldn't it just like run into like crazy shit and you get fucked? An airship is like, I mean, you're above all the threats. So. Dubious additions. I hope he has a huge gun. Like massive gun, dude. The watchtower. Whoa. Real enemies and shit. Thing is quick. How many fights do you think we're gonna have on the back of this bad boy? I mean, it's the big road, man. We're not taking the straight path. Big world. He said 4 days and 3 nights. We're gonna watch it for this long. Does he like go through something and then surely it doesn't start taking like circles or some shit. It's not like a straight infinite one anyway. These people's village and this guy just fucking bowls it over. That's what I'm saying. Like, what if he's not in the cockpit? Somebody else handle it? The dock. That dude's just chilling, man. What a wholesome ass. He's only on 2 legs too. Wouldn't this thing be like the most uncomfortable ride ever? These like long ass strides on 2 legs. This thing would be rocking hard, I do think, man. And there's some crazy machinery to keep it stable. No running water yet. More pressing matters. More pressing than taking a deuce, man.
What's this?
When nature calls, you have to answer, man. Oh shit, the beds, man. Some proper ass pod beds. Traveling the beds. The back.
What's this?
The big barrel. Mysterious. A washing machine. Oh the goddamn. More, you seeing this shit? They got the pod beds, more.
Now, where was I?
Surely we could, like, bond with the
Acquired a
dragon.
new archetype. Welcome. I'm counting on you.
Mechanically minded, yeah. This guy.
That's a good kitty.
Whoa, 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 whoa. The tycoon.
We'll figure it out.
Oh. You'll come again.
It has like a fucking prison outfit. You look like a goddamn One Piece character as well. Jesus, this guy's got a fucking beanbag, dude. Let's go! Beanbag! Fuel comfort.
This
Heart.
Hello? Spectacular.
I want to hear about his dream. Oh, nice. I'm glad there's going to be some new surprises. Okay, you gotta take a break. Not 24/7 travel. What are your virtues?
All right then.
Here.
Come on.
Your max HP will increase. Huh. It'd be a nice way to mix it up too, instead of always the same things. You have like certain moments in the story where you have like only shit you can get, kind of like as a bonus on here. If you made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. We have that much time. I guess we should, huh? What about else other shit? More imagination. I feel like instead of cooking, you'd always want to do this shit. Pride and persuasion.
All right then.
Let's go.
All right then.
Great deal. My choices are reading, max HP. What does washing my clothes do? Tolerance? Max MP.
Understood.
Okay.
All right then. All right then.
Do I gotta choose like two things? It's the afternoon.
Sorry.
Fucking land sick, brother. Oh, car sick. Boozy. I could cook, but I'd rather read a book. You probably can finish these like in Persona, then.
What's that?
Have to get more or something. Look at the video games or the books or whatever. The manga.
What are you talking about?
To exploit them without mercy.
Sure.
No kidding.
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the
It's
horizon.
like a little travel time. Travel events and time spent doing it, I think is a cool
The
part of
party gains a
fantasy.
short, peaceful respite.
It's just calendar stuff. Establish an account. Use any of the facilities going around it, but we can also reminisce.
Thoughts?
Light. That sounds nice. Three-meter mall. His turn to cook. Are you forced to cook some days? That'd be cool. I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I know. Where's this fucking social link, right?
All right then.
There's Hulkenberg. This is probably one of the better songs so far. Honestly, there's not been many bangers. I'm not gonna lie, right? Bangers? Not many. It's been a fine soundtrack. It feels like it's got some distinction still. It's not like generically epic, but not much I've been like, damn.
Hey.
It's been fitting. I mean, Mikro did godly stuff with Persona 5. It's just like, this is a style that, while he's on a strange journey, and I think is more distinct there, it's not just his, it's not his god zone. Ledge, Jesus Christ. I mean, the best Megara soundtrack, I don't even know what I'd say it is. 3? SMT 3? Persona 4, maybe? Look, he's got so many good ones. I'm glad the new guy does SMT now. I think he's even better, but I don't think it's Megara losing his sharpness. I think it's just a different speed of music. We'll see as we go.
I see.
Imagination. I assume these are actually pretty big. It's better than reading a book, and they're exclusive to certain times of night. Especially because you might not have enough books in the long run.
Well met. Be well.
Sure.
Well met.
It's cool.
Certainly.
I see.
All right.
Imagination. I'm a vapid fuck. Tongue-tied, vapid craven. That's quite a bit, so.
Time marches
Probably the
on,
thing to do.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I'm glad it's more about working your stats than like perfecting their bond ranks. Although I assume you're gonna be able to work on his bond instead of that.
True.
I knew it!
We're off.
Hey. I see.
Okay, so you can do these. Are these not like always available? When would you do the book and when would you not? I feel like the book should just be backup. So he's got a cat, dude. Look at his little cat. Where's that cat at? Is it up there in the cockpit over there? Oh shit, different colored desert. What a little buzzy cat. mean, I like the idea that if you get all the cooking, you get like the ultimate thing, but let's be real, I'd be more worried about my like calendar, like filling that all up, and I need stats for that, I imagine. I feel like that's always going to be more important. So at the end of the day, what is cooking going to do? I mean, maybe you get stats, like tolerance, and then you get the double whammy, but I mean, I guess we could do one. Good. Might be good to learn. Fully restores HP for all allies. Oh. Good one.
Let's check.
Now then.
Okay, so we get like special scenes and everything for the cooking. Dude, I hope these fucking sharp objects are like fucking really bolted on there. There's like a super sharp fucking fork.
Speaking of.
Cute.
All right.
Stats.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of
Tree
color
of Prophecy.
against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magma, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magma surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Cool, we get to see some shit.
That's...
Certainly.
To see a lot of variety as we go. Proper journey and fantasy.
Hey.
Take it as a keepsake. I'm gonna draw it for research. Take it.
But
Into my very mind, dude. Once he's drawn it, it makes a copy in his brain.
Hey there!
Huh?
I've been watching her very closely. Just how closely we talking to.
However,
He's gonna copy the wings for flight. Unless he had a chance. I guess at night.
Alright.
Oh, cool. You get stats just for doing shit. Wisdom seems to be one of the easier ones to crank. Song wasn't too bad either.
The gauntlet runner
Hopefully being out
arrives
of
in a
Grand
quiet
Trad
clearing
is
concealed by boulders as darkness reclaims the wilderness
bodes
for itself.
well.
Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a gauntlet runner. The party, secure in their gauntlet runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry
I know
gazers.
giant monster would try to beat up the fucking leg still. And there's flying dudes too.
speaking of, your thoughts? Fair point. So,
Lumaby.
Alright then.
Let's go.
Hmm.
Right then.
I don't think I need wisdom as much right now.
Alright then.
I don't know how rare it is to see this.
Go.
Imagination again.
Hey. Now then. Speaking of,
What's that about?
oh, I see, I see. Then
Alright.
Right. Like I shouldn't have ate the food, Mom. I made the food. You gotta imagine they give you a little time to still see all these and then make food too. Because these are so much more spicy than making food. I mean, yeah, this food pretty powerful probably, but good anime. There's a lot of anime cutscenes in this.
Finally! We're out of the desert!
Damn, she's quick to keep up. What the? How does flying work for her? Hey, so thank you very much, buddy. I made your spoilers.
See, got to let the suspensions get used to hard
We're
ground instead
walking.
of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
Ooh.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
Yeah, they wrote that out pretty quick, I guess. Yeah.
Sanctism will reign.
Jesus Christ. I guess because they're not the kings that can fight each other, or they're not the candidates.
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
We don't have any guns, do we? It's time to leave.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Of course.
Stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Will they survive or not? They're dashed well out of the race.
Maybe we should not stick around then.
It is a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the highest
Jesus.
conflict.
I mean,
It seems Gladel
we almost got hit in the crossfire. This guy's a Giga Chan.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
What? Dude. How would we help out? When they want you to help.
How about we see how it plays out?
No, I think we should step in on Gladel's side. I know, I don't like it either. But if we want Luis's
Well,
favor, this might
what? Do
be
we
a
even know
strategic
if we have
way
weapons?
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna owe us.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cornland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time. So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Oh, guess we're fighting.
You dare interfere in my fight?
Thank God he didn't shoot us with the
Is
cannon.
it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names. Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, old egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification
Here!
magic!
I assume we can't be using Hama on anybody.
Be frozen!
With sword
I'm not using that either.
With blade in hand! Shatter!
I shall seize my chance!
Cocky smurf.
What could you hope to achieve? Damn it!
He knows we can't attack him.
Burn to ash!
Are these guys resistant to fiery magic? Jesus.
Observe the enemy. Let justice prevail. I'll destroy you.
It's too early
No
to
holding
come to
back.
this side.
I'd imagine he's extremely not able to be hurt by fucking Hama, but we'll do a heal here.
Try not to worry.
I'm obliged.
I mean, God-fearing man and light.
Take this!
Is that all?
What could you hope to achieve?
Brace yourselves!
Captain, they've got your defenses down.
Warrior!
The blaze edge!
To him, no return. Place.
Oh, power of heroes! Shut up!
I shall fight.
Resistant. Really? Oh, I see what's going on.
Let's go!
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now! Feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh!
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brothers!
This is nothing.
Take this!
Is that all?
Oh, you won't attack my dude.
For all that we strive for! No. I'm stepping back. Knight! Is that all?
Witness me, brethren!
Withdrawing! I shall vanquish evil.
Be frozen!
It's okay. We can do this. This'll do it.
Let's need it.
Know your place.
To you!
Peasants! Ah! The power of
Sanctism is supreme!
Take this!
Is that all?
Sanctism will reign!
Amber's badly wounded. Someone heal her.
What, he can attack him just because he's not as big a name? I mean, if he's a candidate, isn't that enough for the king? The king a complete fucking asshat, man?
No. I'll stay my blade.
The power of I shall vanquish evil. Be frozen! That didn't hit!
Really? The miss.
Sanctism will reign!
You really can't afford to miss in this game at all. It's essentially just like a loss as soon as you miss one. Total bullshit, man. Losing like 2 turns is enough to just essentially lose all momentum.
I succumb!
Actually, like, total bullshit.
I'll destroy you!
I shall are you prepared? Be frozen!
I'll just kill these guys at the same time.
I'll cut through!
Oh, great.
What could you hope to achieve?
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't underestimate me!
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
He smirks.
I call upon royal power within. The power of
I will fight with come forth,
Be
royal
fair,
soul!
right?
To him,
Observe the enemy.
return.
To you!
Be frozen!
Sanctism is supreme!
What could you hope to achieve?
Here they come.
Like an amount of time it's judging this by.
Warrior! Is everyone alright? I defer to you.
Behold my power!
Damn you! won't hold back! A tough one, eh?
Knight! I crush you!
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
How contrived.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet?
Why did we wait to do that?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Alright. Why didn't we just start with
Finally,
punching it? And also, I mean, they just shot us in the first.
Hey! Get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really
Oh,
capable
now she's looking like a fucking party member with whatever this outfit is.
Like Liddell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives?
Although, I don't know, man. This face is. Looks like a fucking alien, man. Maybe not. I'm trying to get an eye on who's the next party member. She's almost a little too much.
Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shoed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love.
What is
You
this
bested Goodell?
Giga sample?
So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here.
Yeah, she looks like a
talented and
doll.
famed
Soul
a
doll.
songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Was Hulkenberg a fan?
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere.
Best.
Hayden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those
Is
are
it gonna
quality
give a
parts and no
fuck
mistake. Luis
about this
really held
wench?
out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Oh. The fucking Egg Dragoon, man. Fucking Sonic Adventure.
Airborne Gauntlet Runner. He's actually finished it.
It was at this castle town square. What the fuck? I already know. Very large, too.
Luis.
Who's this brat?
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my
Maybe we'll find our next party member in the next town. I don't know though.
You had graced me with the privilege of bearing
Her eyeballs are a little bizarre for a party member, but she's not off the charts. She never even like made fun of our crew. So. Luis's? He reminds me of like a DLC character. Not DLC. Yeah. Kind of like a 40k, kind of like an over the top, but like he owns the grand look kind of thing.
Glad to see Lady June is safe at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug.
These guys look very plain to be his lackeys.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
Candidate.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
But these aren't even good up. To become king's like obvious. To help you. Unless it could become king.
Hey, I know you want to get this right, but this is no time to...
We have to like fucking totally suck him off.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
Hector. Hopefully they weren't recording that to the public.
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
Would he care if he took down a criminal? I mean, he just like dropped essentially a bomb in the middle of the fucking town and then started throwing his necromancer around after he killed the king. I mean, I guess that's a display of power still. He's not supposed to be a pussy.
To their nests, and the darkness claims its dominion. The gauntlet runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Ah! Oh, damn it, blast!
Gunner time?
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
What, because he doesn't have a flying machine?
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
It doesn't sound like nothing.
Ah, no hiding it from you, is there? No, it's just the old runner. She runs like a dream, you see, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would
By
make even old
Jove, you got
Luis's
me.
runner look like a ballet apple
Caught me
cart.
red-handed.
I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany. Like when I saw the Lost Relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius.
Game Boy Advance SP?
Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Maybe it was like a...
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
I don't know.
If only I could.
Squirt gun.
That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
This one's important.
And we'll get him then once we do that.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh.
Isn't that...
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Artira. where their client Barden awaits. The
Guess we don't
towering
get to
castle's
talk to anyone.
stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon.
Lady
Joanna
Joanna.
rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throat. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Isn't it being recorded? I mean, really?
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
What do they got? Dirt, dust sandwich. Damn. Grub.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
The dude music. I need the blue piss juice.
Looks great.
We gotta impress them. Jesus, we're supposed to be fucking gaining this guy's trust. We gotta be just chowing, man. Fucking suck the whole fucker down,
What is
man.
with that smile? Not you two.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate.
There you go. Eat with some
How
gusto,
was
baby.
it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Best. Little twitchy.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but
There he is, yeah.
to business.
Yeah, it's
Can
great.
you fill
It's
us in on
awesome.
the details of
I
all
liked
these
when it came back to life.
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is it's not Megaro's like best so far. I wouldn't say there's a lot of bangers, but that's just because he's usually very godly. As its own like orchestral type of soundtrack, it's still yeah. I feel like distinct from something more generic. Like some of these are like they got like a mysterious sound or like a an ominous sound. I find a lot of orchestral like epic stuff in video games tends to kind of just bleed into the background. Some of these are not amazing, but like there's at least something happening. There's some kind of goal. And the fight music has a lot of distinct parts to it. So that's cool. There's definitely an attempt to do something. It's nice. I don't think there's been any, like I said, that I'd be like just cranking my own time, but it's all very fitting. Which is nice. Yeah, good atmosphere.
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable.
What are the
We must end
pieces?
this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Artira.
It's a campground.
Sand flash.
There's a runner.
All that runner rival.
Let's see.
Okay.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes
We
for
got fucking worm droppings.
you. Now
Holy.
this is the pride of the town. A fine
This
steak
is the
made
pride
from
of
the
the
juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert.
They like their fucking sandworms, man.
Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
Oh, it's a little bug.
If they
guy.
aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
That's some fucking respect, man. Thanks, bud.
Pleasure to see you.
Well, hopefully we can do something for him. Peace.
Got a moment?
Call it a night. Fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
I am going to bed. Been on for a good 15 hour. Alright, folks. We'll chat more about it tomorrow. I was a little out of it, I suppose. For the stream earlier today. But yeah, just kind of figuring out the strategies and stuff. It's good stuff so far, for sure. Definitely very Persona, but I'm hoping as we're like moving around the map and stuff now, getting the journey going and all that, how all the calendar stuff's going to be paced and all that, see how it kind of differs and figure out some jobs that are actually interesting. Kind of hammer those out and find a play style. Or at least find out that we can swap a shitload, maybe. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Cool so far, though. Enjoyable. Yeah, we'll talk more about it tomorrow. I'm pretty tired. I will catch you guys later.